Chad Dennis, Operations Manager for Reality Homes and Fairway Homes West. I'm joined today by Stan Kinnear. Stan is one of our design professionals. He's been with the company for over 7 years. Today we'd like to discuss the design process and review the steps that are going to happen after the purchase of the home. So Stan, I'm going to play the role of a homeowner.
Okay.
And I just got done talking with my salesperson. I signed my contract. So what do I do next and what happens next?
So the next thing that's going to happen is your salesperson is going to send your contract to our corporate office for us to actually sign it so that you can move into the design stage.
Well, Reality Homes offers 3 different types of plans, and I want to go over those with you and give you an expectation on how long it'll take for you to get your plans. So the first type of plan that we offer is a standard stock home plan. Now, a standard stock home plan means that our stock plan online has not been modified in any way. So what's the current turnaround, Stan, from the time that you receive the contract signed back from everyone and you get that plan to the homeowner?
So we have 2 things that we're looking at on a standard plan. First, we will send it to our engineers within 1 business day of us receiving it. Now, the next step is obviously engineering. Engineering is going to take 3 to 5 weeks, just depending on their workload and how fast we can get it back.
The second type of home plan that we offer is a modified home plan. So a modified home plan means that you've taken our stock plans, you've done some slight modification to it, like moved some doors around or added some windows. What's the current turnaround and what's the process for the homeowner?
So we're currently looking at 2 weeks from when we get the contract for you to get a plan proof, which will give you the opportunity to review your plans and make sure there aren't any changes that you would like to make.
And the third type of home plan that we offer is a customized home plan. Customized home plan is one of our stock home plans that has been heavily modified. You may have added square footage, you may have gone through and added additional walls, you've moved walls around. So what's the current turnaround on one of those?
So we're currently looking at 28 days or 4 weeks from the time we get the contract. That just gives us a good opportunity to review, make sure that we get your plans right before we send it out for your first plan proof.
Okay. So once you receive your proof approval, it's now time to review your house plans and see if there are any changes or upgrades that you'd like to make. One of the things that Reality Homes offers is a design meeting where you can be at home in the comfort of your home and see your thoughts and ideas come to life through an internet-based design meeting. Right now, Stan and I are going to actually perform one for you to show you what that meeting looks like.
Okay, so this is one of our more popular plans. This is the 1767 Classic.
Okay, so I'm going to pretend to be the customer, and this is the opportunity to really see these changes come to life. So, Stan, from my understanding, there's very few things that you can't do with this live. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. There's a number of things that we can do that you'll be able to see here.
Okay, so let's try a few. I really don't like tiny sliders. And is there a way, and I really don't want it in the back of the house, is there a way to take that sliding glass door and put it on the, basically on the kitchen side of the home?
We sure can. And I know you don't like tiny sliders, so may I suggest a 16-foot slider? Come on, it's the biggest one we got.
Let's see it.
All right. So a 16-foot slider, as you're going to be able to see here, will not only be extremely wide slider, but it also comes with 4 panels instead of the standard 2 that you see on most homes. The reason is the 2 center panels will open and the 2 outside panels are fixed. That gives you almost an 8-foot opening to come in and out of.
Okay.
Great for those big family gatherings. All right, there we go.
Okay. I think the next change I want to make is I don't like that island. It's too tiny. I do a lot of entertaining. Is there a bigger island that Reality Homes offers or Fairway Homes offers?
We do. So I'm going to dive into my little junk drawer for drafters here. And the island I'm going to grab here is what we call our Baker's Island. What that is a 7-foot wide island that's 2 foot deep, but has an additional 1 foot overhang so that you can actually seat a number of people on one side of this island. So I've got this dropped in here, Chad. Is that about where you were thinking you wanted that island?
Yeah, that looks good. Actually, could you center it with the opening of that sliding glass door?
Of course I can. Yeah, give me 1 second here. So you'd be looking at something like that.
I like that a lot.
Perfect. So let me give you a little opportunity that most other builders won't give you. Here's an actual 3D view inside of your home, so you can kind of see how that's going to look. Again, it's not perfect; it's a little cartoony, but I hope it does give you a good idea of what we're actually offering here.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Can I see that from the outside?
Of course. So with our software here, the great thing is we can do a lot of these changes, and you can see it on the inside and the outside. It's pretty unique.
Okay, so I've got a growing teenage boy.
Okay.
And I know on this home plan, bedroom number 2 is kind of tiny. It's still a 10-foot room I think it's 10 foot by 9. So it's still a good sized room. But is there a way I could make that a 12-foot room?
Yeah, let's actually take a look at that. So there's a couple of things that you can do. One of them would be to expand it out this way, out to the right here. So let's start with that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw some walls in so that you'll actually be able to see on the floor plan here what that's going to look like. And I'm going to take this window, we're going to pop it out right here. Let's make that room. And there we go.
Awesome. That looks great, man. All right. So everyone, this is your design meeting. This is what is going to occur when you have this meeting with one of our design team members. So all of these changes, Stan will discuss with your pre-construction team and make sure that we get you over a pricing verification form. The pricing verification form will have the pricing for each one of these changes, and it'll have a yes or a no next to it. You can make your decision and then send that back into your pre-construction team, so that way we can finalize your house plans. So now that the design meeting is over, Stan, what happens next?
So now that the design meeting's over, the next step is going to, first and foremost, look at the changes that you've made. We're going to send you pricing for all those to make sure that you're still comfortable with those changes and moving forward. Because you can always tell us that you don't want to move forward with some things and not others. Once your plan proofs have been sent to you, they look good, change orders in place, the next step is going to engineering. And again, that's going to take 3 to 5 weeks, just depending on their workload.
Once engineering is complete, the design team will send you a paper copy of your home plans. In some cases, you may be able to submit using a digital copy, which the design team can also provide you. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure discussing the design process with you. If at any time you have questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to your design team. We appreciate you choosing Reality Homes as your custom builder. We look forward to working with you.